unsere Herleitungen rufen, also öffnen oder irgendwas. Ich glaube, die Herleitungen sind irgendwie alles, was in Sherlock Holmes Gehirn sind. Es gibt keine Beweise, aber es sieht richtig cool aus.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Natürlich gehen wir nicht zu ihm hin. Im Moment. Wir schauen uns mal alles an. Und wir finden sogar etwas. Bodensteinweg.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Das sind vielleicht die des Mörders.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Gibt es vielleicht irgendwelche Hinweise oder irgendwas, was man hier machen kann? Ich gehe zum Beispiel noch nicht ins Haus. Hier ist ein Fenster, können wir hier reinschauen? Ui, ich sehe schon, was uns da erwartet.
Ja.
Ich habe die Leiche gesehen.
Echt?
Ja.
Ja, ist nicht so gut.
Gut, da ist nichts. Ich glaube, wir gehen mal. Können wir hier durch? Nein, natürlich können wir da nicht durch. Man sieht, der Baum versperrt uns den Weg, oder besser gesagt die Gräser. Schlimm. Schönes Cottage auf jeden Fall. Oh, okay.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Gut, ich glaube, jetzt können wir Fragen stellen.
Ja, das machen wir dann.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually, whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Jetzt müssen wir sie analysieren. Eine Kamera.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Wie können Sie Profil des Opfers, Pilgerfahrt und bekannte Abdrücke? Nee. Nein. Weil warum weiß er, dass sie in Plymouth war? Das hat nichts mit den unbekannten Abdrücken zu tun. Vielleicht Profil des Opfers oder gepflegter Garten oder sowas. Nein, es ist leider falsch. Ja, wir werden die richtige Antwort aus.
You have indeed.
Ja.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Okay, auf jeden Fall. Beenden wir das. Gepflegter Garten oder Pilgerfahrt vielleicht. Ja.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Oh my God.
Thank you, madam.
No, dieser Gentleman hat nichts zu sagen.
Mr. Holmes?
Außer Mr. Holmes. Okay. Denn Mr. Holmes ist das Thema des Tages.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Dann gehen wir mal rein und schauen, was da auf uns
The door
wartet.
is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello.
Hello,
What is it, Lestrade?
hello.
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see. These scratches are fresh.
Ganz frisch aus dem Wasser. Okay, so frisch auch wieder nicht.
You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Aha, vielleicht war ja dieser Besucher ja auch der Mörder. Er versuchte den schwarzen Peter irgendwie zu nehmen. Kann sein. Oh mein Gott,